Hello and welcome back everybody. This is another episode of our Permadeath Survival series. Last time we got a lot of this built up. We've not finished it yet. We've still got a bit of this wall to put in, for example. I think we'll probably actually put a window or something in that space. This bit needs like a hangar door added on, and also most of the interior upper levels still needs to be welded up. The upstairs still needs a roof. So there's quite a bit to do. We've done a lot so far, as you can see here. We've got a roof over this area. We've got a few turrets at the top. This is now our staircase. So we've got all this to weld up here. We've got a roof to put on somehow with solar panels. I think the way we're going to do it, because these cargo containers come quite close to where the roof level was going to be, and we were going to do kind of like half block roof with solar panels, but I think instead what we're going to do is we're going to leave out the solar panels for this section here. Ooh, spiders. Okay, so we still have spiders around, but now we've actually got turrets to deal with it. For a change. We are running low on magnesium though, so well, we're actually, I think we're out of magnesium, so at some point we're gonna have to go get some more of that. Also, we had a couple of calls from one of the bases on the last one, so I've got a feeling that was because our antenna range in there was a bit wide and that was picking it up. It has been suggested that it possibly could be because we've added turrets to the base. I'm not sure. We're too far away to trigger the base's proximity warning, so it could even be that something else got close to the base, like a civilian sort of space pirates cargo ship. So that's possible as well. But nevertheless, we have a few turrets here. We're going to extend this pipe out over here and add a few more turrets along this row and around the top here. So we are going to have some pipe in here. The upstairs is going to have windows, but I think the windows are not going to be on this middle row. It's going to be a bit unconventional. I think we're going to have like upper and lower windows. We'll see how that goes. So yeah, that's our mission for today. We're going to get this built out a bit more. We're going to get some use out of the lifter at some point, hopefully. I need to make sure that we're producing plenty of steel plate because we're going to need loads to do this build. So let's do a little inventory of what we've got. Okay, we're sitting on 7,000 there, 3,000 here. Is that one full? No, we can just consolidate those. So we're sitting on 11k, so I think we're going to have to produce a load more. So let's do another 10k in the meantime. And then what we can do is start putting these side walls on, building them out. Here, I think what we're going to do is we're going to run one of these conveyors across on the outside, so it's going to be part of the wall, just for a bit of difference, really. So, I think we need some interiors. We have to grab a bit of interior plate into our inventory. So that's all we've got. Oh, we've got plenty more there. And then we can start putting some of these down. So most of the way through here is going to be straights. I think that's a straight. I mean, we're going to get this the right way around, so it's the airtight sides on the outside, so it looks neat. But generally speaking, I'm just going to run this all the way across, and then we'll work out where the turrets are going to go. And then we'll cut where we want the turret to go. And clearly that's not going to be... Well, yeah, we could do that. Actually, we could possibly run the whole thing around. That's an interesting thought, actually. This one will be a bit of an odd one out. No, I like the idea of having a pipe across the inside on that side. We'll just keep that in. I wonder if I can get rid of that. There we go. So that doesn't belong there. Neither does this. That doesn't belong there either, but I can't reach, so we could just do a bit of building up to get to it, but we'll use a lifter later on, I think. Right, so that's that one. That corner... I think that corner piece... I did not think that through before I cut that out. Oh well. Luckily, it wasn't a mistake. Okay, so we need... what shape do we need? A T? In the reinforced type? That's a T. No. No, we need a C here because we're not going to put a turret right on that corner. That'll do. That's good. Right, we'll continue with straights across here and we'll replace the ones we need with T's. So, where's the straight? There it is. We're only going to run piping on the inside on that side. But again, that could be useful at some point. So, this will be an end. So we'll put it in there just so it looks alright. In fact, actually, that could be where the pipe comes to, so we'll put another C shape in there. Yeah, like that. Okay. So that's where all that's going to be. Now it's connected at ends, in the corners, and so on, so I can cut in and not have it all fall down. So that's fine. So let's work out where we're going to put our turrets here. I don't think it has to be symmetrical with this side. I don't think that's important. But it has to be like symmetry along the middle here somewhere. So how wide, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I made it even symmetry, which is stupid, but since we're doing 2, that's fine. We can put 1 here. And I'm not going to cut the next one yet. I have to put this block in first. So we need a T. That's a T. I hate the way that the T is open completely on that side, but that's fine. We'll put the T there. Is that right? Yep. That reminds me, I did something wrong down here, so I'm going to have to redo that as well. Right, so we're 1 in from there, so the next T will be there. That's right. Okay. So that's space for 2 turrets there. And then we'll do the same on this side. So we could put like 3 on this side, I think. So, continuing, we'll put 1 here. Yep. So that's 1 in from that side. Where's this one on this side? Well, that's the same. So that's 1 in from that side. That's fine. We should place a block in there just so it's not like all goofy. So that's even on that side. Now we need something in the middle. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17. So that would be the 9th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, right where that is. I should have just looked at the turbines. I'm an idiot. Right, so that's positioning for all the turrets. Sorted, with the exception of this side. So we can go and do a bunch of... Well, what we can do is we can temporarily place some blocks down to mount our turrets on. So it's the same on that side there. So we're going to have to put one in from the side here, so there, and then 1 underneath here. And then on those... Oosh. Weather just got nasty. Just going to do this on top and bottom there so it's easy to get it in. Now when you think about this, it's got to connect to the turret, but it's also got to connect to... I think that would do actually. Place it that way around. because that's kind of what we did there. So that's fine. And then what we could do is we can run our piping. Conveyor pipe. Bingo. We can replace bits when we need to. But this provides like the interior piping for anything else we want to do. All we have to do is like cut out a pipe and replace it with something to connect interiorly. Interiorly? Is that a word? Okay. Yeah, we'll keep that on as a T-junction there for now, because I actually want that to connect to the end here. Bingo. So that's a full ring around, going via the cargo containers, for our turrets to go on. That is not bad. Right, so now that they're in, we don't need these bottom. These are where the windows are going to go. I think they're going to go in the bottom, because that's the bit you're going to see. Not around the cargo area though. Cargo area needs to be like fully blocked in. Yeah, this is where we need a lifter, so like for getting around areas like that on the outside, which are a bit difficult, it'll certainly do. Roof wise, what we'll do is, again, we're going to skip the bit where the cargo container is. We'll just normal roof that so it's properly protected. I don't want to place any solar panels above that block line. Even though it's a thin strip, it will affect these turbines, so they have to be inset into that block line, which means that we need to then plate panel the roof on the inside, so it butts up against the wall at the top. That's going to be a job for getting up there with the lifter and doing that. So I think the first thing we need to do is like weld up this floor. Actually no, the first thing I need to do before I forget is fix the goof up I made down here. Right here, on the opposite side of this, is a screw up. So I'm going to place a block there just to protect that. And I'm going to take this block out here, because this T-junction doesn't connect to this. Right, so like, it doesn't need to be a T-junction. I mean, we went with the T-junction so that we could have like more of these on the side here eventually, but it doesn't work because a T-junction, see, I'm an idiot. If we went with a T-junction, let's do it with the normal suit so you can see it. If I put a T-junction in there, that's fine, but we didn't do it that way. We did it that way, or we did it that way. It was one of them. And you can, as you can see, it's either going to connect to the connector or to the pipeline, not both. So a T-junction will not do for this situation. Neither will a cross junction, because if I can find a cross, well, it's not available in this type, so I think that's a mod. So what we're going to have to do is go for a full-on conveyor junction, like a 6-way, so we've got access in all directions. And then we can put something on the inside to panel it. Okay, that solves that. Now that's connected properly, which also means that the survival kit can do some work on the stone. Given that it's more efficient, that kind of works. Right, so all of this needs welding up there. But yeah, this floor on this side here could do with a good welding up, because it's impossible for us to get to that from outside. Okay, that's the upper deck welded up now. We've got still a few steel plates left in our inventory, so we'll just pop them back. So we're going to need them in a bit. Just try and keep all these things together if we can. Let's get rid of our grey water. We can put those in for recycling shortly. Right. So that's most of our upper deck. This bit here with the panelling around is just covering up the refinery here that is is definitely not airtight on its own. It might not be so much of an issue once we've got the whole thing sort of welded up, so we could possibly remove the paneling later or replace it with other units. I'd like to replace it with something more useful at some point, just not yet, so we'll get to it eventually. I might even put a little hatch thing on there just to make it a bit more interesting, but for now, while that's useful, we're going to just keep it as it is. Okay, how are we getting on with production? We're still producing a load. I think we probably have quite a lot of what we need. Let's get materials in for the pipeline. Let's get 1,000 of those in. We're going to need a bunch of those. Probably 2,000 of them. We're going to definitely need a lot more interior plates. At least at some point. What else is needed for these builds? Motors. We're definitely going to need loads of motors. Okay. Let's check on our resources situation. To see how we're looking. Right, so silicon plenty, no problem there. Cobalt starting to run a little low. Still fine for now. Nickel, okay. Iron, generally okay. Yeah, I think we're fine generally for those sort of things. Now, components themselves, we're okay for interior plates for now. We're low on displays, but we don't need them immediately. Motors definitely need those. Girders we'll need for the windows eventually. Steel plate's the main thing right now. Metal grids, okay for now. And construction components, we definitely need more, but we've got them being produced. So let's look at moving the motors up a bit and the tubes for now, because we're certainly going to need those. We'll add some girders to the list. Right. Can't get us from up here. Right, so let's start filling this thing up. Yeah, it's important that we get our inventory here like filled up with the right stuff to start with, and then once we've got everything we need, we can start actually welding stuff up. So this will be the first time using the lifter to actually do something constructive. Oh yeah, we need girders for certain. We will eventually need things like computers and stuff when it comes to building the turrets. I guess we'll put some in there for now. Some large tubes. If I use this as inventory manager, I'll be able to actually set this up as like a prerequisite list for each of the cargo containers, and it'll pull them automatically. But right now I don't really need to do that because our needs are going to change quite fluidly throughout this part of the build. Most of it is just going to end up being we need lots of steel plate. But I don't want to automatically fill up on that because like steel plate's not the only thing we need. So I think we've got enough to start ourselves out. Now, we do not have third person view for this, so do we need a camera on the rig? Could be useful. But first things we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, the bloody thing's got us. Now, it's a big tractor thing, this. It's quite slow to move, so the most important thing is not rushing it. Right, we're going to pop off here and we're going to just deploy the bucket so it's drivable. Keeping my eyes open for any saberoids. No, wrong button. That was a bad idea. Oops. There's a way around that. That's the one I wanted. Okay, and then I need to definitely do the hinges now. And I need to lower that one as well. Right, this is the lowest point that this thing does at this point. But it's good for upstairs. This downstairs stuff we can probably just like figure out how to do manually here. So, right, now what I need to do is connect to my terminal. It's the closest one. Always is the closest one. So, we're going to remote control the remote. Control, okay. Now this is where it gets a little bit abstract with the controlling. So I'm steering like sideways. I think that's parallel. If I Alt, I can look down. Ah, that's more useful. Parking brake. Exit. That's definitely within buildable range now. So I can literally weld that straight up. Right, so first things first, we need to get a load of these queued up. So are you kidding me? I was able to reach that before. Oh, I know why. Oh, that's not as low as it can go. Okay, we can do this bottom run as well. But first things first. Let's get it all the way up. We're level with this pipeline now. And I can reach that. Cannot withdraw 12 interior plates, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, it's because of inventory size. Right, that's good. Let's draw more of what I can. And we'll move ourselves across. It'd be nicer if there was a quicker way to access that, but... Right. Right. To be honest, probably could have done this from on the level, but I want to use this thing for the sake of using it. Right. Oh, we're getting a bit close there. Let's just back ourselves away from it a little bit. I wish it wasn't so clangy and all over the place. I wonder. Do we have an inertia tensor on everything? Seems so. Oh, no. There we are. Okay, so this is working out alright. I mean, yeah, I could definitely have built this from on the level that we were on. I mean, that would be quite easy. So once we've done this row, we'll do the rest of it from inside. Because obviously, why make it harder? But this will be great for getting up on the roof and everything that we need. And other big constructions, like when we need to do any expansions to any big drill rigs and such, we could use this for that. Let's just do that last part. I'm not sure how we're going to get past that turret. Ideally, we would have put the turret on afterwards. In fact, actually, it's the end part of there that we're really going to need this for. Control. Okay, now we need to just very carefully pull away from here. Trying to gently turn away from the wall so I can... I do wonder if all the wheels are actually going in the same direction. What are we banging on?
Meteor storm inbound.
Oh, hell no. Are we coming from that direction? Here we are. Okay, I don't think we got any damage. Now, we've got to be very careful because, yes, we want to work around the back of that turret, but we also don't want to fall in the hole or get smacked by the turret. We are dangerously close to that hole, I think. So what we're going to do is we're going to break from there. I'm going to turn off idle movement. It's a bit risky, but I think that's about as far as we need to go for that. Should be able to build the top of there from up there. That part there I should be able to reach from inside. These need to be taken down. Oof. Alright, we should be able to reach that one if I'm very careful. Right, okay, so what we'll do is we'll lower that and we'll just wiggle this thing into place. So not quite. How much space do we have? We're close, but I think we can get a little bit closer. Right. Not quite. Okay, closer. It looks at the hole, we should be able to. There we go. Right. Now we need to get to the roof so we can plan that out. So let's get ourselves out of this hole. Be very careful to get close, but not clangy close. Let's just move. Whoa, oversteer. I think that's close enough there. Make sure no above obstructions. We're positioned quite neatly. Right, let's get some height here. That's way too high, so let's drop that. See if it gets us about right. That's pretty right. Pretty close. I think we should be able to jump back onto that quite well, and we can actually access the buttons as well, so that is good. Can't access the cargo from up here, but we have stuff, so let's see. So we need solars. What do I have in my inventory? Not what I need right now. So let's get access to this so we can get our cargoes. I think it's interior plates for solars. It might not be. Right. Gee. Just find some space there. Solar. We'll use a new type. Don't know why they're double-sided, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So if I put them in this way. So I put that in like that. I should have room for another one there. And then one. These might actually, I wonder if these are airtight. If not, on the inside we're going to have to do like a cavity sealing with a little bit of extra plating. Okay, that perfectly leads us up to where those are. I'd like to leave this bit not solar panelled. Then what I can do is I can bring access to these up to the roof via a couple of small cargoes. So yeah, like that. Because we're not using mods, so we don't have like the access panel thing. But that gives us cargo access on the roof. We're just doing both for symmetry. Kind of looks cool. And then we need to plate in all of this with armor. Maybe that side. Right, yeah, because it's going to be blocked off on the inside, so that should work out okay, I think. we can tidy up on the inside. Okay, let's get these welded up first. So,
Energy critical.
oh, energy. This is going to get interesting. 10 energy left. We're up here. I think the fastest way for me to get energy right now is to pop a seat down. Up here. Right, this is starting to come together. We might have to try and put some sort of a seat on the lifter. This is probably going to keep becoming a problem. We'll leave that there for a minute. Wonderful. Right, and the rest is just like, this is all steel plate. When we come to painting, we'll just blanket paint the whole thing one colour, and then what we'll do is we'll find a complementary colour and go around with the paint tool. I would rather like to weld that block up. Okay. So that's a lot of that done. Solar panels time. So we're going to need a lot of materials. So we're going to just start with a few at a time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just put it all to production, no matter what. And then we'll start moving all this stuff forward. Now these aren't going to get a lot of sun throughout the day. I mean, that's showing complete yellow, like no sun at all. Is it getting through these fine? Yeah, it is. It's just taking a little while. We could put some speed modules on the assembler, possibly. We could build a full articulating sun tracking solar sail thing. We've done it before, but in my experience, if we get attacked, that's the first thing that gets taken down. Always. So if we did that, we'd have to make it like retractable. So maybe that's a project we leave for Earth. Now these would be a target if anything attacks. So we probably still should plate the inside. Right, let's just get a load of steel plate and do the outside now. I definitely need to put some like maintenance catwalks around the outside of this base. It's nearly night time. Just got this little side bit to do. I don't think we want to be using a lift or climbing around on the roof at night. It's going to get a bit too dark to see properly. We could use our lights, but it's getting risky then, because then you're risking standing off something. So we can work from the inside at that point. Okay, that's the top completed. So I think we'll take that little seat off now. We don't need it up there. I can't put hatches or anything on top of these because it's going to impact the wind turbines, which are our main source of power right now. So let's lower this system now. . think if I lower it to about here. It's not a bad spot actually. Alright, let's get our lights on because it's going to... Oh, the lights have been on the whole time. Okay. I'm an idiot. Top level, I think... do we bother putting some lights in there? No, I don't think we're going to want to put any... yeah, we're not really going to want to put any kind of windows in the top of here because it's going to interfere with any roofing that we eventually put in there. So what we'll do is we'll finish these off. There's one more behind that light armor block. Thunder. This is dangerous. That's odd. That's never been like that before. Okay. Right, so we have a thunderstorm in. It's a bit dangerous to be working too close to the roof right now. Things could get struck. We still don't have decoys out. So I kind of still need to... We might just have to deal with the fact that something's going to get damaged. We should probably lower the crane. Don't really like the idea of standing outside. I'm very likely to get struck. I can do it remotely actually. So terminal, piston. I'm in the wrong terminal there. I'm too far away. I have to be here to access it. Has the storm gone? Bit odd. We need to lower this anyway, so let's open a piston, reverse it. No, we wanna... That's it. Should hopefully come down to about this level. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bit better. Yeah, okay. So that lowers the overall thing below the height of this building, so it's less likely to get struck, and it puts that right where I need it. So that's great. It feels like the storm's gone. That was a very short thunderstorm. Oh, okay. Right, we've got a bunch of stuff in production here, so let's weld these up. Good, we can reach that one. Put them to production. Okay, we're definitely going to need to put a lot more stuff in. I think what we're going to need to do is get the inventory manager on and put auto crafting on it. And then we can keep a minimum of each type of component always topped up. I just wanted sort of the bit around where that turret is a bit awkward for using a lifter. There's a bit on top of there, but we can do that in a bit. Okay, so it looks to me like yellow is actually getting sunlight and red is not with the new ones. That's kind of interesting. Bingo. Looks good. Okay, we've got some wall stuff here that it's a bit of a pain to... Okay, spiders again. So it's doing a job. How close did that one get? Can't even see it. Right, we definitely need to keep putting turrets up, especially on this end. So that's first priority here. So... Right. First things first. Radius. Good. Got. Right, let's take one off you. One off you. Any others still on 7? Nope, so we're going to have to start reducing these. One more off you. One more off you. No. Silly sausage. Take one more off one more of these. Right. Everything's on 5 or 6. One more to go. So the idea here is from whatever side you approach, you're going to hit by at least 3 turrets at a time. If you approach from directly above, you're going to get hit by all of them. If you're far enough away. If you approach really close to a corner, you still get 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, maybe even 5. So it's a pretty good layout. Right. Let's strip off the 6s. So 1 from you. 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 That's close enough. They're all 5s. That's a 4. That's a 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. That worked out perfectly. Everything's on 5. So that's our full turret system set up. So now what we need is to move some computery stuff up here. We'll leave that one down there temporarily. The one that's under here. We can move it in a moment. So I think what we'll do is we'll make our computer area, let's see, around about here. So space for a screen in the middle. I think a couple will do. Actually, no. Yes, actually, let's what am I talking about? Leave that where it is. We want maintenance room there. So, well, actually, no, that outer path could be maintenance. Right. LCD. We go wide. No, wide's less useful. A simple 1x1 twice. So I'm gonna place two plates to build these. Right, that's gonna be our computer space with maintenance room around it. So there we have it. There's our computer bay. If we need more, we could do them. We could mirror it, like on this row. But I think that should be fine. Right, so on here, so on there I'm going to have automatic LCDs. So actually, no, we'll do that here. So text and images on the screen. We will have LCDs. Let's just make that nice and big and center align it. We're not going to apply a color yet because we don't know what our color scheme is yet. And then we're going to edit the actual thing. Browse scripts. Automatic LCDs 2. Check code. Done. Okay. Now we can remove the one downstairs. Done. And everything should still continue working because that one will be doing its thing. That one is going to be inventory. Again, let's make the text nice and big. Center it. Not color it for now. Edit. Browse scripts. And we're looking for Izzy's inventory manager. There it is. Check code. Right, now let's just check some of these rules in here. I think most of it's going to be okay. Connector, right. Keywords for connectors to disable IIM completely for another grid that is docked to that connector. So no IIM. So this is the string to place on the connectors so that we don't end up with IIM filling up our other grids. Right, so let's see, connector. I don't know which connector is which here, so we're going to have to go down and do it manually. Yeah, we'll just give this a proper name as well. Truck connector. Right, so that is the connector set up for no IIM, so it can't be overfilled.
Energy low.
Energy's low. This is also my noms seat, so when we have food and water in our own inventory, which we don't right now, which we really must. Eek. Let's get some water in our inventory. 10 of that. Any food left in the system? Yeah, we've still got a load of emergency rations to use up. And then we've got the synth food to use up. Right, but if I sit down in the seat, I can get some bonus water. There we go. If we had better food, we'd get bonus food as well, but we don't right now because we're still using up what we've made. I'm not really one for wasting, so... Right, anyway, the ammo we have in that system is all we have, so when that's out, it's gone. So at some point, maybe in the next daylight cycle, we need to go take another trip down to the magnesium, wherever that's where that is. Oh, there's more there as well. That one's closer, so we'll probably go to that one. And let's tidy up our GPSs actually, so that one can be not shown on HUD as well. So yeah, that's tidied things up a bit. Probably do at some point building a craft to get what we've got from base 1 salvaged. It's just basic materials, but materials are materials. I don't know. Maybe that might just work out to be more waste than it needs to be, just to cover a little bit. Right, here we need auto crafting, so let's Call this auto crafting 1. Okay, and we'll call this auto crafting 2. Okay, if it wasn't for that, we could have gone a little bit bigger, but that's a stupidly long name. Okay, so here we can start setting our limits of what we actually need. So angle grinder item 1, fine. Data pad's not bothered about. Construction components we want to keep 1,000 of those in at all times. Detectors, probably 50 of them. Displays, 300 at least. Girders, we'll keep 200 of those in at all times. Interior plates, let's keep 2,000 of those in at all times. Grids, 500. Motors, 500. NATO rounds, right, we'll aim to keep not that many. 100 in at all times, but that's not going to be possible until we get magnesium. So, say for rapid fire, we'll keep, say, 30 of those in at all times. No, magazines wise, we only need really about 10 ourselves. They can disassemble the rest and use it to make NATO. We'll keep 1 spare rifle. Semi-auto pistol, yeah, we'll keep 1 of those as well in. Small tubes, 500. Let's just edit the next one. Solar cells, we'll keep 50 of those in at all times for repairs. Steel plates, 10,000. Water food, we can ignore that. Right, so we put an I next to everything that needs to be ignored, I guess. Where did I put that I? Oh, it ignored it. It removed it. That's good. Artificial food. No, capital I. Yeah, look at that. It should remove artificial food from the list as well. There we go. Nice. We'll see more things pop up as and when we actually produce them. So we've got no antenna components and things like that in there yet. But like as and when it sees them in the inventory, it will we add it to the list so we can affect their numbers. So the system should be doing that. Let me make sure we got disassembly turned on as well. So we'll edit that. Automatic container assignments, fine, we can do that. It's good enough. Auto crafting. Auto disassembling is false right now. So that's true. So we don't get too much excess. Okay, it's reworking. So we've got 4, 5, 6 cargo containers on the base. So it should be plenty for it to assign different things. So what I need to do is check where did it assign for ores and ingots and such, because then I can change the rules for the drill to work with that. Right. So anything with ores and ingots on it. Yeah. And then that one also needs to reflect the same thing. So remove you and go add you, make sure you're the only one. Yes. Right, because of that, now I can change the threshold. So this is the one, so cargo field less than or equal to 40. So this is the one that tells it to get going. And that one, when it's greater than 50. Right. I'm going to say greater than 80 and less than 40. No, we'll keep it at 40. If it's 40% full, even if it's 40% full of actual ingots, we don't need it yet. Let's queue up some speed modules. I don't think I'm going to actually be able to place the bottom one, so it'll probably be 3. 1, 2... solves that. So that's upgraded. This is supposed to be yield modules. I can't build yield modules without gold, which means a trip out to a moon. So not yet. I could put speed modules on, but that's going to start using a lot of power. I'm not entirely certain we've got enough to make that work. I mean, we don't have a lot of batteries on this base yet. In fact, we're going to need to start putting some some components to production so that we've got them for when we do need them, because there's no power cells on this list. So production, industrial assembly, we'll put say 100 power cells on the list here. Show it to the front. They'll be added to the list with 100 permanently. That will make that 200. Antenna radio components, I think we'll have 30 of those. So yeah, power cells have now appeared on the list. So what I can do is I can make sure that we say we want 200 power cells for rebuilding batteries, and it will just keep up with that then. That's looking just fine. Right, I've got this room here to do. I've got a whole bunch of the bottom floor to do, and this wall, that wall, a bunch of welding on the back, and the batteries at the bottom there to do. This is how it's made and run, so we can call that a success for the time being. But for now, I think that's where we're going to leave it. And we will catch you. Oh, I'm going to pat myself here for a change.